Good morning, lovely. ZoëTwoDots here with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and we're back into the news, ZTD news. So I do apologise for the 2-week hiatus in Japan. I did manage to get one news out in Japan, but sorry that the other 2 weeks were non-existent. I honestly woke up on the Saturday and I was like, oh, I didn't film the news. Whoops. So back into the swing of things, back into the weekly news show. So for those of you who are new, I pretty much do a weekly news wrap up rather than doing one video for every single time a little piece of news drops and trying to like squeeze the most out of that. I do it in a weekly wrap up. So anything that's dropped throughout the week, it also gives us more information. Say if, you know, for example, like Mewtwo has dropped this week, rather than just talking about it when it's announced, if there's new changes or updates to the way the raids work and things like that with Mewtwo, I can put that information in at the end of the week because I've had a bit more time to research and learn about the things that have come out. So let's jump into it. First things first, I'm back in Australia, back at home now and about to leave in about an hour, I think, to drive to Orange, which is a semi-rural, about 5 hours away for a wedding. So I'm going to be at a wedding for Chikorita Community Day. If you do need someone to watch though, I will be streaming probably for the first hour of Chikorita Day before I have to go to the ceremony, and then otherwise I would recommend ProPlanty. So ProPlanty is another Australian Pokemon Go YouTuber. He usually live streams the entire Chikorita Community Day, so link for him will be in the description down below. First, let's start off with the biggest, probably most hyped up news for this week, which is Deoxys. So Deoxys is coming to EX Raid Battles. So a really cool part of the Deoxys rollout is going to be that EX eligible gyms will now be noted with a certain identifying marker so that you actually know which gyms are EX eligible, and when you do raids at these gyms you will know that, hey, maybe I'll be getting an EX raid pass for this gym. No more wondering and testing and, you know, when new gyms pop up, oh, we should just all do a couple of raids here to see if it's eligible. It's actually going to be identified within the gym now. So Deoxys is going to be the new EX raid boss. Get out there, do some raids at eligible gyms, and hopefully get a pass for this new EX exclusive, for the time being, Pokemon. Deoxys is a psychic type, so what you're going to be using once the actual raid battles start rolling out, you're going to use those Bite Crunch Tyrannitars. They're pretty tanky in the dark type move department. Ghost type moves are also going to be super effective, and bug type moves. So pretty much everything that you've been using for Mewtwo is gonna carry over in terms of the Bite Crunch T-Tars, optimized Gengars if you've been using those, and like, you know, the bug move Sizors will work just as well. To be honest though, Bite Crunch T-Tars are probably going to cover the job for you. I had also been using Bite Crunch Gyarados as part of my Mewtwo team to supplement the T-Tars if we've never really had to go back in for a second round for Mewtwo, but we're going to have to wait and see how Deoxys actually works. If he's going to be harder to take down, easier to take down, time will tell. Another awesome update for the EX raid system is that you can now invite one friend. So if you get an invite to an EX raid, you can invite one ultra friend or one best friend to join you in that raid. So say for example, you and all your friends go and do EX eligible raids, everyone gets a pass except for Steve. Steve's your ultra friend, you can invite Steve to the raid as well. But yes, you can now invite one friend to EX raids. Oh my god, I'm getting sick. No, I hope I don't lose my voice before tomorrow. Okay. This is also a really good time to focus on your friendship levels with people in your local community. So if you you right, mate? Now's a really good time to focus on leveling up friendship with people. So if you haven't got people in your local community, your raid group, they're not all ultra friend, now is the time to do it, just so that you can invite more people to the raids, you have a better, more healthier raid group and things like that. A few other things in the latest update as well, a couple of bug fixes. You can now swipe up to dismiss in-app notifications of, you know, Steve sent you a gift, thank you Steve. You can swipe those away now. And you can also unfavorite Pokemon from within the trade list now. So within the trade menu, when you're actually trading with your friend and you're like, damn it, I need to go out and unfavorite this, you can actually do it from within the menu, which is pretty handy. But also keep your peepers out, don't accidentally unfavorite something that's special. If you know, it's favorited for a reason, so be conscious of when you're unfavoriting certain things for trade. Let's jump into some of the dates and things like that for the Ultra Unlock bonuses. So the legendary birds Zapdos, Articuno and Moltres were here for a hot minute. They are gone as of today pretty much, so bye bye birdies. Hopefully you were lucky enough to get a shiny. I certainly did. You guys don't know which one yet because I'm a little bit behind on my Japan videos, but you guys will see that very, very soon, which legendary shiny bird that I got in Japan. Also Kanto Pokemon, so Pokemon from Gen 1 will be spawning until the 30th of September in higher quantities. So if there's something that you're still missing from Gen 1, seriously, now is the time to get it. But as a bonus to this, the rarer stuff seems to be popping up a little bit more as well. I've seen a couple of wild Hitmonlees, Hitmonchans, Laprases, Chanseys, like I've caught a couple of spicy little things out in the wild. So keep your eyes out for those as well. Also a good chance to stock up on candies for anything that you do need for evolutions, for Gen 1 stuff, or for powering up certain Gen 1 Pokemon if you are doing that. So as of right now as well, Mewtwo is out in raids. So Mewtwo will be here until October 23rd, exact time and date put here, but pretty much a month of Mewtwo, so get out there and smash out some Mewtwo raids. I know there's all been mixed opinions and reactions to this, but there is a way to play for everyone in this. If you haven't got one in your decks yet, now is the time to do it. Go and get your group together and go and do these raids, get Mewtwo in the decks. If you're a hardcore player, heck yes, easy raids, grind that you've already got the team maxed out for this because you've probably been doing EX raids. Go and grind a full team of 98, 100% Mewtwo's. Go absolutely ham. Grind the XP, the starter. Go and get the candies as well so that you can power up your deluxe team of Mewtwo's. Mewtwo is still the best attacker in the game. So, what are you doing? You know, I'm going to be stepping it up. I want to get a decent team of Mewtwo's. I haven't been able to crack the 91% IV floor for Mewtwo. Every single one of mine is 91% or below, mostly hanging around the 80 zones. So I would very much like to grab a decent, like a really high Mewtwo. I want to have a spicy team of Mewtwo, so that's gonna be my objective. I'm gonna be raiding a whole bunch. Probably gonna put my coins that I earned from gyms into raid passes so that I can get more Mewtwo's. And if you're not interested in Mewtwo, well, time to start doing EX eligible raids to maybe get a Deoxys pass. So tagged onto the Mewtwo news as well, I'll stick this in right here. A few new things about the Mewtwo raid bosses. They are not as easy as the EX Mewtwo raid bosses. So Mewtwo now has 1.5 times more HP. So duoing Mewtwo is now apparently impossible. Trioing it may also be impossible. So we really need to do some testing in different weather types and things like that with, you know, best friends, ultra friends, and see if trioing is actually still a viable option. But it's looking like you're gonna want to have teams of 4 or more to get this one down. It has 3 new charge moves: Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. So 3 new charge moves there. I saw someone making the joke online that Mewtwo has absorbed the legendary trio birds for their charge type moves. But yeah, 3 new charge moves there. Ice Beam, certainly really curious, but that would definitely make Mewtwo an absolute dragon killer. Rayquaza I think is the number 1 at the moment, so Mewtwo with Ice Beam will make it number 2, I'm pretty sure, for taking down dragon type Pokemon, which is pretty spicy if you need a dragon killer team. The catch rate has also been lowered, so it is looking like it's down towards the 2% mark for like the other legendaries. It hasn't been 100% confirmed that it is 2%, but it's looking like that is where it's headed from the data that people have collected so far. So 2% is the standard legendary catch rate for raid bosses. Be sure to use your golden Razzes if you don't have one yet. If you get a really good IV one, just don't risk it. It is going to be harder to catch. So golden Razz, curve, aim for the great if you can't hit the excellent. And you also apparently earn 5 candies per catch, which is pretty awesome. Now let's jump into the 7-kilometer eggs. So 7-kilometer eggs have been hatching regional Pokemon. Your odds for hatching a regional in general is about 12%. So either Farfetch'd, Kangaskhan, Mr. Mime, or Tauros. Hatching one of those, the overall percentage chance of that is 12%, as opposed to hatching an Alolan Pokemon. So these Pokemon will be hanging around in 7-kilometer eggs until the 30th of this month. So if you still don't have any of those regionals, please get out there, get hatching. If you don't get to hatch one, get in contact with your community. I'm sure there's someone who's hatched more than one or doesn't need the extras that you can trade with. And going off the GoHub statistics as well, the odds of hatching each individual regional are as follows. So 4% for Kangaskhan, 4% for Tauros, 2.25% for Mr. Mime, and 2.25% for Farfetch'd. Based off those stats, I mean, not the worst in the world. It's still a higher like hatch rate than when like Togepi came out. That was brutal. That was like 0.2% or something horrific to hatch that thing. So I mean, still better odds than a lot of other things we've ever had in eggs. So get out there, get hatching, or start teeing up some trades with the locals in your community. Oh my god, there is so much news, guys. What is going on in this game? There's so much happening. Next up is Chikorita Community Day, which will be today as this video is going up. As I said before, I'll be live streaming the first hour of the event, which is 1 PM start time AEST, Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'll be starting a live stream and probably going for about 1 to 2 hours. It really depends on when I have to actually move to the ceremony for the wedding. The exclusive move will be Frenzy Plant on Meganium, so evolve your Chikorita up to get the special move there, and the bonus will be 3 times catch XP. So if you've got other stuff in, you know, your quest stack to catch, if you've just got a whole bunch of other spawns, get out there and catch as much as you can for the 3 times XP bonus. Next up is Pokemon Go Week in Korea. So Korea is getting a special little event. So from Friday the 21st of September to Sunday the 23rd of September, there'll be some really special Pokemon spawning in Seoul. Pokemon such as Feebas, Trapinch, in like the special event area, and then people that are hanging out at the Lottie World Mall will be able to find Tropius, the regional exclusive Tropius, and also some unknowns, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty decent little event, so it's almost like a mini Yokosuka with the Tropius and the unknown spawning there. So if you are in Korea, get out there and catch these sweet regionals, some sweet new unknowns. Next up, Pokéstop submissions have arrived in Pokemon Go, specifically in Brazil and South Korea. So I do want to go and make a separate video for this, getting into more detail. I'd like to get in contact with people that have actually been accepted for part of the Pokéstop submission process. So if you're one of those people, leave a comment down below so I can like get some information off you as well. But I want to do some more research on how it's been going and what the actual process looks like. But essentially, trainers in South Korea and Brazil, if you're level 40, if you meet certain criteria, etc, 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 I'll leave a link in the description as well for this, but you'll be able to start submitting portals, submitting Pokestops for Pokemon Go, which is pretty darn exciting. So more details to follow because this is quite a big one to get into. And lastly, just in case you missed it, guaranteed lucky Pokemon. So if you have less than 10 lucky Pokemon and you trade with a friend something that is from 2016, July or August, it will come through as a lucky. So again, your friend could have 1,000 lucky Pokemon, but because you have less than 10 lucky Pokemon and you give them something from 2016, July, August, it will come through as a lucky. So if you haven't done any of these trades, be sure to maximize those ones, guys. Be sure to put it into something that's actually quite decent. Don't just trade like a Pidgey from 2016, like that's just ridiculous. If it's going to be coming through as lucky, the minimum IV stats are now 80% as a base. So it's going to be 80% or above regardless. Whatever you trade, if it comes through as lucky, 80% or above. So make it something spicy that you really want to reroll IVs for. Maybe if you're giving them something super, super old that's maybe a nice Pokemon, maybe it's like a nice Gyarados or a nice something like that. Maybe ask for a legendary or something that's regional, something you don't have, to get that as a lucky as well that you can use in battle. And lastly, let's get into the AR photo of the week. So guys, if you would like to get featured for AR photo of the week, be sure to use the hashtag ZTDnews on Twitter or Instagram. This can be used for news stories as well, not just images. So if there's something I should know about, tag me in it so I can see and talk about it in next week's news. But my favorites from this week are, first of all, this one of MII or Me38MC. They do really cute like photos with I'm guessing maybe friend or partner or a model. I don't want to assume who this person is in the photo, but this adorable picture of Plusle and the lady in the shot here on the swing set is so incredibly adorable. Their entire page is actually full of some really cute interactive photos with Pokemon, such as this Wigglytuff one here as well. Super duper cute. This is at Kinshiso Station, so I don't know if I actually met this person maybe as well. That would have been really cool while I was in Japan, but I'm absolutely loving this photo of just the Plusle on the swing set. It's a really cute setup. You've taken the time to set up the shot really, really nicely, and it's got this fun interactive element. So thank you for submitting this photo. And I think my absolute favorite for this week, the absolute favorite I saw while I was away in Japan, because I was still checking in even though I wasn't making news videos, was this photo by and_PKMN. Holy moly, this Celebi is incredible. Look at the absolute like gorgeous placement for this AR photo. Just like beautiful colors. Celebi is mid-twirl with like the sparkling green animation. It is just stunning. I love this photo so, so much. And again, PKMN has an absolutely gorgeous cache of Instagram photos. Holy dooly, guys. Links for both of these trainers will be in the comments down below, but go check them out. And also, if you're looking for other people to follow as well, the hashtag ZTDnews on Instagram has become quite a healthy little tag. There's a lot of incredible photos in there, so if you need new people to follow for Pokemon Go photography, check out the hashtag and just have a bit of a scroll through there. You're gonna find heaps of people to follow. So that is everything from me, guys. I need to go make some breakfast, finish packing my bag, and then leave in about less than an hour to go to this wedding. So have a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you. Thank you for sticking by and watching the news. Thank you to all the new good eggs that are hanging out here as well. Lots of awesome stuff coming up throughout next week as well for you guys. So we've got big plans. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.